My beloved child, have you noticed your emotions? Are you feeling broken? Have you ever felt like your life was falling apart and no one even noticed? You scream in silence, you break behind closed doors, and yet you still show up. But now you are tired, tired of pretending, tired of holding it all in, tired of being strong. Let me ask you again, are you feeling broken? Yes, enough. Enough is enough. So today I will teach you 10 steps that will change you forever. Step 1. Stop explaining your pain to people who don't care. When you are broken, you want someone to understand. You want to explain yourself. You want someone to see how heavy your heart feels. But here's my truth. Most people do not care. They listen for a moment, then move on. They nod while secretly judging you, or worse, they use your pain against you later. Every time you explain your pain to someone who does not care, you lose a little more of yourself. You do not need validation, you do not need pity, you need your power back. The world does not need to understand you, you need to understand you. Let me remind you of a story. A girl once went to her father crying, "I give up. Life is too hard. I'm tired of fighting." The father said nothing. He placed 3 pots on the stove. In one he put a potato, in the second an egg, in the third coffee beans. He boiled them in water. 20 minutes later he said, "Look closely. The potato was strong, but the water made it soft and weak. The egg was fragile inside, but the boiling made it hard. But the coffee beans, they changed the water itself." When life gets hard, you have 3 choices. Become weak like the potato, become cold and hardened like the egg, or be like the coffee bean and turn pain into power. Stop wasting your energy trying to explain your boiling water. Instead, change what the water means to you. People will always misunderstand you. Let them. You were not made to be understood. You were made to become undeniable. Do not explain your pain. Use it, build from it, rise with it. Come back so strong, so focused, so powerful that your success will say everything. Step 2. Accept that no one is coming to save you. There comes a time in your life when you finally understand something that changes you forever. It may break you first, but if you accept it, it will wake you up like nothing else. Here is my truth. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to fix what they broke. No one is coming to wipe your tears at 2 a.m. No one is coming to motivate you every morning. No one is coming to force you to stop wasting your life. That is your job now. It hurts, I know, because you grew up thinking that if you fell hard enough, someone would catch you, someone would notice, someone would care, someone would show up with love, with help, with answers. But here you are, still broken, still waiting. The phone is silent, the door did not open, no one came. Let me tell you a story. There was a man who got stuck deep in a canyon, surrounded by sharp rocks, steep walls, and silence. He fell while hiking, broke his leg, and could not move. At first he believed someone would come. He screamed, he waited, he hoped, he had water, he had some food. He told himself, "They'll find me, someone will rescue me." A few hours passed, then a day, then 2, still no one. By day 3 he was weaker, his hope felt like a lie. By day 5 his mind started breaking. He could not believe it. All the people he helped in life, all the friends he once had, none came. He had a choice. He could drag himself inch by inch toward a narrow slope he could try to climb, or he could lay there and wait for a rope that never came. He waited. He died waiting. On the 8th day, a rescue team found him dead, only 20 feet from the path where someone might have seen him if he had dragged himself a little further. Do you understand now? He had a broken leg, but he still had working arms. He still had breath. He still had options, but he chose to wait instead of fight. That is what most people are doing in their real lives right now. You are stuck in your own version of a canyon, maybe heartbreak, failure, depression, betrayal, regret, and you are lying there hoping for someone to come. But every second you wait is killing you because no one is coming. When you accept that no one is coming to save you, something incredible happens. You stop waiting, you stop hoping someone will understand you, you stop blaming the world, you stop needing permission to move, and you begin to move. Maybe slowly, maybe in pain, maybe with tears in your eyes, but you move. That is where the comeback begins. People think strength is found in muscles or shouting motivational quotes. But real strength is when you pick yourself up on a day when even your soul feels tired. It is when you feed yourself, when your appetite is gone. It is when you wake up at 6 a.m. because you promised yourself you would change. Even when your body begs you to sleep. It's when you delete the app, end the toxic relationship, start over, and no one claps for you, no one thanks you, but you do it anyway. That is the moment you stop surviving and start rising. The world does not reward victims. It rewards warriors. You can cry for help, or you can build yourself. You can beg people to stay, or you can walk away and never look back. You can keep telling the story of how they hurt you, or you can write a new one about how they could not destroy you. The world will never stop for your pain, but you can stop letting pain be your prison. You have two choices. One, keep laying in your canyon hoping they will return, or two, drag yourself inch by inch to your own rescue and become the story that inspires the next broken soul. When you finally stop waiting, the journey begins. It will be hard. No one will cheer for you. You will fall again. You will feel lonely. You will want to quit. But each day you fight, your body, your mind, your heart will rebuild. Not the old you. That version is gone. You are building someone new, someone unshakable, someone who does not beg to be saved because they became the savior. Not for others, but for themselves. If you are still hoping someone will fix your pain, hear me, they will not, but you will. You are the only one who can. And once you do, the pain will not own you anymore. It will fuel you. It will sharpen you. It will create someone they never expected. So stop crying for the rope. Use your hands, use your grit, use your pain, and rise. Not when someone tells you to, but because you decide to live again. There comes a point where pain becomes too heavy for words, when explaining it feels like screaming into a void, when everything inside you wants to shout to be understood, but you realize something deeper. Healing does not happen by talking. It happens when you stop explaining, stop performing, stop updating everyone on your pain and simply disappear, not forever, but long enough to rebuild in peace. Not to punish anyone, not to run from life, but to finally face yourself without noise, without pressure, without distractions. You are addicted to being seen. You want people to check on you. You want people to ask, "Are you okay?" You want people to understand your silence without you having to say a word. But the truth is, most people are too busy to notice. And the more you try to explain your storm to people who are standing in the sun, the emptier you will feel. That is why disappearing is powerful. Because it is the moment you stop begging for someone to understand and start building the version of you who does not need to be understood. Let me give you a story. There was a sculptor known only to a few. His art was once admired by the royal family, collectors, the wealthy. He was respected, celebrated, and seen. But one year, everything collapsed. His greatest piece, a statue he spent 5 years carving, was accidentally destroyed during transport. The newspapers mocked him. His investors pulled back. He lost credibility overnight. In the face of public shame, the man vanished. He did not post a goodbye. He did not write letters. He did not explain his pain. He disappeared into a small cabin in the forest where he lived alone for 7 years. People said he had quit. People said he had gone mad. People said he would never return. But they were wrong. Because in that silence, that man woke up every day before sunrise, picked up his hammer and chisel and began again. This time, not to impress kings, not to make headlines, but for one reason only, to rebuild his soul. He worked in silence. He studied new techniques. He spoke to no one. And every single night, he carved a little deeper, not just into the stone, but into himself. 7 years later, he returned to the city with nothing but a covered sculpture and tired eyes. He said nothing. He placed it in the gallery and walked away. When they unveiled it, people wept, because what he had created was not just art. It was pain turned into beauty, silence turned into greatness, isolation turned into mastery. The world had forgotten him, but he had used the silence to remember who he truly was. That made him unbreakable. You may not be a sculptor, but you're carving something too. Your future, your identity, your healing. The mistake most people make is they try to heal while still being watched. They try to rebuild themselves while constantly updating people. They look for applause in every tiny improvement, but real change, real growth needs quiet. It needs privacy. It needs disconnection. Because healing is not performance, it is warfare. You are fighting the old version of you, not for attention, but for survival. You cannot win that battle while scrolling, sharing, and begging for likes. How to disappear to heal. Stop talking about healing and actually do it. Stop showing your face everywhere and turn your energy inward. Say no to the parties, the calls, the distractions, because your soul has work to do. Create new routines. Wake up early. Move your body. Learn something hard, sit with your pain, write it out, do not post it. Grow in silence, change in silence, suffer in silence. Because when you come back, let your life speak so loudly you never have to. They will tell you, stay visible. They will say, don't disappear. People will forget you, but they do not understand. You are not disappearing to be forgotten. You are disappearing to be reborn. The old you, the one who tolerated disrespect, who kept explaining their pain, who kept showing up for people who never showed up back, that version is dying now. The new one is not born in the spotlight. It is born in the dark when no one is watching, when the only voice you hear is your own, when you learn to sit with your discomfort long enough to grow from it. Silence is not weakness, it is power. When used correctly, it will become your weapon. So if you are feeling broken, stop trying to be seen. Stop trying to prove anything. Stop trying to post your progress to people who do not care. Instead, vanish without a goodbye, without an explanation, without a warning. Go and heal, go and rebuild, go and become so powerful in silence that when you return, they will not recognize you, not because you are hiding, but because you have become someone they never saw coming. There is a hidden truth that no one wants to say out loud, a truth that will set you free, but first, it will tear you apart. You cannot heal in the same environment that broke you. You cannot rise while still holding hands with what dragged you down. You cannot rebuild while staying connected to the thing or the person who destroyed your confidence. No matter how many motivational words you hear, if you keep letting poison back in, you will never breathe again. Sometimes the most powerful act of healing is not loving yourself more. It is cutting off what broke you completely, unapologetically, ruthlessly. Not slowly, not gently, not with second chances, but ruthlessly. Your peace is not a negotiation. Your healing is not a group discussion. It is a war for your soul. There are things in your life right now that are killing you slowly, and it is time to burn the bridge, not just walk away from it. Let me tell you a story. There was a girl born in a small town, the kind of place where silence is heavy, dreams are small, and pain is passed down like family recipes. Her home was not a home, it was a battlefield in disguise. Her mother blamed her for her own failures. Her father disappeared years ago. Her boyfriend mocked her dreams and told her she would never make it without him. Her friends only loved her when she stayed broken because healed people make the insecure feel uncomfortable. For years she stayed because that is what broken people do. They normalize pain. They say, maybe it's not that bad. They say, at least someone is here. They say, if I leave, I'll be alone. Then came the day she looked in the mirror and realized she did not recognize herself anymore. Her eyes were empty. Her voice was quiet. Her dreams were dying, not because they were not real, but because the people around her kept suffocating them with their doubt. So she made a decision, not a soft one, not a safe one, a violent one, not toward them, but for her own freedom. She packed her things, took the savings she had left, a letter that simply said, I do not hate you, but I love myself too much to stay. She left the house, left the relationship, left the city, left the identity they had built around her. She cut it all off. No closure, no goodbye parties, no explanations. She disappeared into a new city where no one knew her name. At first it was terrifying. She had no money, no friends, no plan, but what she did have was oxygen. She could finally breathe. The noise was gone. The manipulation was gone. The guilt was gone. In that quiet, she began to build. She got 2 jobs, took night classes, learned a new skill, started writing again, started laughing again, started trusting herself again. 4 years later, she did not just rebuild, she became someone no one recognized, not even herself, stronger, calmer, fiercer, alive. When people from her past tried to reach out, she did not reply with hate. She replied with silence because the woman she became no longer fit the story they remembered. She was not bitter. She was not angry. She was free because she did what most people never have the courage to do. She cut off what broke her and never looked back. If you are healing, but you are still texting the person who shattered you, if you are rebuilding, but still surrounded by people who only knew the broken version of you, if you're trying to rise, but still living in the same daily habits, same comfort zone, same self-destructive loops, you will stay stuck. You cannot water flowers in poisoned soil and expect them to grow. You cannot fix your heart while handing it to people who keep stabbing it. You cannot find peace while choosing war every morning in the form of toxic people, toxic thoughts, and toxic environments. You do not need more time. You need more courage. The courage to stop calling it loyalty when it is really self-betrayal. The courage to stop calling it love when it is really control. The courage to stop calling it hope when it is really a slow death. This does not mean you hate them. It does not mean you wish them harm. It means you finally understand you cannot heal in a cage.